Well, hey guys, welcome back to my layout. Today we're taking a look at the Athearn Genesis ES44DC locomotive in Norfolk Southern scheme and a couple different schemes of BNSF as well. These retail for $299.98 and you can find them in brick and mortar hobby shops and online retailers for a significant discount off that price. These are released, so you should be able to find them out there now. We're going to take a look at what Athearn Genesis and Soundtrack Tsunami 2 and the ES44DCs looks like in this product review starting right now. Alright, we're going to do an unboxing here of the NS unit. Since I don't know if it's the most popular necessarily, but Norfolk Southern's very well known for their ES44DC units. Limited warranty card, manual with up to 18 pages of information, prototype information, handling and maintenance, exploded parts diagram, functions for the decoder. You've got a Horizon Hobby 1-year limited warranty, Athearn news flyer, and last but not least, you have the Tsunami 2 manual, which there are 28 functions listed, and we're going to take a look at a lot of those. You can pause your screen if you'd like to see some of them there, the ones that are being cut off. But start of the show, the locomotive itself coming out of the box now. Take a quick look. A lot of people talk about my videos being unboxings, but if that was the case, they'd be about 2 minutes long. I do a lot of testing and stuff in these product reviews, weights, pull tests, NMRA compliance, etc. It makes these videos more than unboxings, so for people that are kind of wondering, there's a lot to see in these reviews. And we're just going to remove all this, some plastic on the bottom too protecting it. We'll take a look next. Alright, beautiful Norfolk Southern paint scheme. There's a kind of a matte black finish on this locomotive. We're going to start with the front, where you've got silver tipped accessory hoses, McHenry coupler, MU hose. You've got ditch lights here. You have the stanchions, which are behind the ditch lights. These are incandescent bulbs, safety chain, cab nose access door with window, separately applied grab irons, sand filler hatches, windshield wipers, which are very, very thin metal. You've got a cab camera. You've got incandescent light bulbs with non-lit number boards. Along the side here, you can see the coupler cut levers with the silver tipped end, or I'm sorry, yellow tipped ends. Yellow along the handrails as well. Going up to the stairs, each stair sill has yellow. Paint appears to be evenly applied there. You've got a decent tint to the window there. It actually looks very dark from this angle, with cab window sunshades, satellite dome, air conditioner unit on the roof, dynamic brake fan grills along the side that are the exhaust. Got some separately applied detail up top that creates some depth here. Going down, you can see all the compartments on the side, truck detail, emergency shutoff button, fuel sight glass from the fuel tank, and some underbody detail along with E-bell, which is mounted right here in the front of the fuel tank. A little hard to see there. Might be able to catch a glimpse of it. Let me see if I can zoom in for you without going past focus there, but there is the E-bell right there in the front of the fuel tank. As you work your way towards the back, you've got the radiator fan section of the locomotive with dual fans on top. I'll show that in a second. Silver tipped exhaust up top. I'll show that in a second. Safety tread on the walkways, jacking pads, nice truck detail, brake cylinder detail. Just went past the back end there. But there you have the back end detail. Again, rear ditch lights, we'll see how those operate. Rear light, sand filler hatch on the back, elongated grab irons that are separately applied. More of the same detail on the rear as well. And going to the other side, you can see the other fuel tank detail. And I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit so you can see a little better there. But there's more fuel tank detail with the tanks here, just slightly angled, plumbing going up. Handrails appear to be pretty straight. Got some more underbody detail, brake chain detail, plastic molded in on the front truck here. And that is about it for detail. I'm sure I missed some things that you'll catch that you like as a more discerning modeler. I just wanted to point out a few things for you. Quick look at the top where you can see the fan detail here. A little lint on there. 2 fans right in front of the radiator section. You also have a see-through area right here where my thumb is. So a nice see-through detail and grading on this locomotive. Plumbing up top where the air conditioning unit has plumbing or electrical conduit running down. So nice detail overall on the locomotive. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun for the eyes, but you've got the orange BNSF scheme up against this backdrop here. Probably a little trick on the eyes, but you do have a slight window tint, it appears. A lot of the same detail I mentioned before, but I wanted to show the BNSF scheme, and there are some road name specific details that are different. Trucks with a lighter color, you can see those a lot better. You can see all the detail involved. Obviously no ditch lights mounted on the rear of this locomotive. Rear lights in a different position. Some changes like that on the locomotive in terms of road name specific detail, but I think it's good that Athearn takes the time to do that compared to just slapping the different schemes on the same type of locomotive. So over here you got the silver brake wheel, you know, the silver accented dynamic brake exhaust. Pretty good detail overall. Just wanted to show you that. Last but not least, I also wanted to show this scheme real quick. Another BNSF scheme, earlier version. There you have it. A lot of the same detail, but overall just wanted to show you the schemes. BNSF is very sharp. I like the orange and yellows. I like the black. Not a big fan of the green, but I'm also colorblind, so I don't know if I see it correctly anyway. But there's the BNSF locomotive 7709, showing you some details as well. Again, the differences based on road number even. There are some differences, so pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to apply track power so you can hear startup. Alright, there's the startup sequence. Let's go ahead and listen to some of the functions on the DCC Tsunami C2 decoder. Turn some lights on, check some things out. There's a quick horn honk. We'll do a bell. Horn. Short horn. So you've got dynamic brakes. Remove it. Got a lot of different sounds here. This is a Tsunami 2 decoder, so got things like straight to 8 on F10. You got the equalizer mix, which does brings the sound down to half. You can see that brought the sound down. Equalizer back up there. Straight to 8. Not getting any response on that. We'll try a different one here. Maybe it's not on this. Got coupler. Got all aboard. And the fuel loading sequence. So a lot of different sounds on the Tsunami 2 decoder. Move this at one speed step of 126. Move it along smoothly there. 2 speed steps. 3, 4, and 5. Second reverse, 1 speed step. 2, 3, and 5. I'm going to kill some lights so you can see the headlights and ditch lights. You can also check out the flash rate as I have this on mute here. There you go. There's the flash rate. Had to find the F2 button. But there you have it. Sound back on. Pretty good flash rate. I still like the incandescent bulb look, even though they're not very long lasting. There's a look at reverse and when you blow the horn. So flashing front and rear ditch lights, it's very, very good. We're going to give the BNSF one some love and let it do the pull test portion of this. You also can hear how quiet the motor is. That grinding is actually the rails. And the wheels. Motor's actually very quiet by itself. We are at 4.0 and holding steady, so that is the pull test. That is about 60 cars per locomotive based on my previous experience with pull test ounces. Alright, we're going to weigh one of these ES44DCs. 1.28 pounds, 1 pound, 4.4 ounces, 20.4 ounces, 580 grams, 0.580 kilograms. So there you have it. Well, that's going to do it for the review on the Athearn ES44DC and BNSF and NS scheme. Hope you enjoyed the review. Some points to note. I think it's great that they have flashing ditch lights front and rear. I think the pull test was improved, so you have an improved weight. And I believe it's a very quiet drive, great locomotive. The only thing that would move it to even better status is if it had backlit number boards, but Athearn hasn't done that yet, and LEDs are maybe on the way from what they've been hinting at. So overall, I think it's a great, solid locomotive. I'm getting a little weary and tired doing a lot of work on the layout, so what I'm going to do is just do a power move at the end of this video, past a fall scene on my layout, since we are still, you know, we're in winter pretty much at this point, but I figure, what the heck. We'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.